Hi, Steve Sandner here. Okay, musicians, and those of you who know musicians, we know we have some work to do to get out there and get our music accessible to other people so they can enjoy the music with the same passion that we have for the music. There's a lot of musicians complaining about the state of the music industry, but there is hope. And I'm going to be going over what I've been learning on my digital music course that I've been taking. And I don't have a gig tonight, so my thoughts are going to digital music and working on my website and getting ready to wind up for my sales and re-releasing my CD Going to Chicago. And as you see, I'm wearing this hat. EFF stands for Electronic Frontiers Foundation. And they are very much engaged in digital rights on the internet. And a lot of that is for musicians. Because of the digital age, the ways of the music business are completely changed. The old ways of the music business are, for the most part, out only if you win the lottery of getting into a successful recording contract with the corporate music industry. Are you going to be successful in that? And that is very much a long shot. However, the good news is that new opportunities are opening up for musicians in the digital age. And I'm going to just give it an overview of what I'm working on. I've been spending a lot of time lately trying to get my website up, and more time than maybe I should have, because I could be doing something a little bit simpler, like going to Bandcamp or something like that. But for some reason, I like getting into the weeds with some of this stuff, and it's just fun for me. Leah McHenry teaches the course from her business, the Savvy Musician Academy, and it's called The Online Musician. I'll leave a link below. Very briefly, her concept is, and I picked up on it when I watched her opening video, and then I eventually signed up for her course. She has the concept of finding your niche, and if you find your niche, you will be able to search on the internet to find people who are enthusiastic about your niche of music as you are. And I think I've talked about this in another video. But her concept is, if you find, say, 2,000 super fans, and they're out there because there's 1.7 billion people or 1.8 billion people on Facebook, and Facebook is the main way that you're going to utilize to find your super fans. If you find 2,000, which is of course a very tiny fraction of the people that are on Facebook, you're going to eventually, through promoting the culture of your niche of music, possibly take in, say, an average of $50 per super fan. Then you're talking about 6 figures a year, and to do that in the old ways of the music business is not possible anymore, except for a very long shot of a very few select people. And even those select people who do make the big money in the old musical template may or may not be talented. We don't know. I mean, there are some talented performers, like, say, Lady Gaga. I have respect for her musical talents, and there are other performers who maybe I would say I don't. This new way of doing things in the music industry allows me to go into my specific form of music that I have a deep passion for, that I grew up loving, and I would say my niche is in the general umbrella of jazz, and then it has a blues flavor, and it has a swing element, and I also do vocals, and I also do male vocals. And on top of it all, I believe I come from a general Chicago style of music. So I'm still refining this in a way that it will be able to be that work on the internet, and putting it all together through this course that I'm taking and utilizing right now. I remember when I was young, I would play with some of the older musicians. I always loved playing with the older musicians. I always liked to listen to the musicians of the day in the 50s. I remember listening to Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, Miles Davis. The music I listened to was like a step ahead of what my dad listened to, a little bit. And he liked it and appreciated it, but it wasn't quite in his element of the old style of big band music. So I like this music that had a groove to it. Jimmy Smith playing a B3 organ. Sonny Stitt, some of that stuff. And as I've developed my style and developed my performances, I've been able to, by the grace of God, meet some fantastic performers that I've been able to record with in the past. I have 5 CDs, and I add my vocals to it, and I think it comes out somewhat of a unique style, and I also think that I can do better than what I've done in the past. So my real goal is to record my next project, hopefully within the next year. By the end of this year would be ideal. So I'm setting up my website, getting ready to offer at a discount a re-release of my album Going to Chicago. So when I offer this on my CD, I need to build up my email list. And this is a little trick about online marketing that is kind of a secret, and we musicians have to learn this and get into it, is to expand our email list. It's time consuming. Yes, if you're a musician in the old ways of the corporate world, you were spending a lot of time on your music. Musicians have to be, in some ways, the hardest working people in any business. The root word muse means that you're thinking about it most of the time or all of the time. So I'm putting together some original songs for my next recording project, and I hope to be going into the studio in the fall. It's daunting to think what I have to get done before then, because just putting my website up has been quite a project. So anyway, I hope that's going to be up by, my target date was July 9th, which I mentioned in a previous video, and I'm still hoping to have my album for sale by then. But I hope you'll listen to the CD and help me develop and become one of my super fans. I appreciate your listening to my videos this far. I haven't got a huge audience yet. I have some friends and family, and I hope I can expand on that, and I hope I will earn your staying with me until my recording project comes out, and I have a product that's going to make a lot of people happy. So on that note, thank you again for watching, and goodbye from Song of the Morning Ranch, to be continued.